Today we are taking a look at Haruna Sairenji from To Love Ru Darkness. This figure was released in the Nyarls Collection line by Banpresto. To Love Ru Darkness is a romantic comedy series centered on the relationships and unusual situations surrounding its main cast. Within that story, Haruna is one of the main heroines and is known for her gentle, reserved, and considerate personality. Today's highlights for this figure are the cat-themed outfit made with white fur sections, the large tail wrapped around the legs, and the cat-like pose created through the hands and the direction of the body. The first highlight is the cat-themed outfit. Blue cat ears are combined with white fur around the neck, chest, upper arms, waist, and lower legs, allowing the same theme to continue from the head down to the feet. The chest cords remain slightly separated from the skin, creating visible space and adding depth around the upper body. The second highlight is the tail wrapped around the legs. The large white tail forms a broad loop behind the body, where the hand rests against its surface. It then passes between the legs, crosses diagonally over the thigh, and continues around the raised leg in one flowing line. The third highlight is the cat-like pose. The hand held in front forms the shape of a cat paw, while the hand behind the body touches the tail. The tilted face, turned waist, and raised leg extend these cat-like gestures across the full pose. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face is tilted slightly, with the large pink eyes directed close to the front. Each eye has a darker center surrounded by a brighter pink area, while fine vertical lines appear toward the lower section. White heart shapes sit in the upper areas and overlap with smaller highlights, creating several layers inside the irises. The upper eyelids are outlined with dark brown lines that narrow toward the outer edges. The eyebrows follow the eyes with a gentle downward curve, and the mouth opens into a small, rounded shape. Short pink lines across the cheeks add color beneath the eyes. The rounded cheeks flow smoothly into the chin and support the soft expression. The dark blue hair forms a short bob around the face and reaches close to the chin. The bangs overlap across the forehead, while three narrower strands descend between the eyebrows. Two red hair clips sit side by side above them, creating an accent against the blue surface. Larger sections continue toward the sides and back, divided by recessed lines. Shorter ends gather at the lower back of the head and curve inward near the neck, while longer side strands overlap the cheeks. Blue cat ears rise separately from the hair, with blue outer edges and white fur inside. Fine raised lines spread through the white sections, and the bases overlap the upper hair. A wide white fur collar wraps around the neck with raised edges following its circular shape. Short details continue across the surface, while exposed skin separates it from the shoulders and chest. Two white fur cups cover the chest, with rounded sections spreading toward the outer edges. The fur forms soft, overlapping volume rather than narrow, pointed ends. Thin white cords connect the cups and cross at the center. They remain slightly separated from the skin, leaving visible space between the cords and the body. This creates a front layer formed by the cords and a deeper layer formed by the chest. Another cord passes beneath the cups and continues around the torso. Across the back, several cords travel below the shoulder blades and cross near the center before continuing toward the opposite sides. White fur bands wrap around the upper arms and connect with the collar and chest pieces. The arm in front bends at the elbow, and the wrist angles downward as the fingers curl inward to form a cat paw shape. The other arm moves behind the body where the fingers touch the tail. The torso narrows toward the waist before opening again around the hips. A small recessed navel appears at the center of the abdomen, while the waist turns away from the shoulders, allowing the cords, arms, and hip line to move in separate directions. The lower outfit is built from a white fur section at the front of the waist and several thin cords around it. Rounded fur details gather toward the lower center. Two cords descend from beneath the abdomen, while others rise along the upper edges of the legs and connect with the lines circling the waist. Additional white fur sections sit along the outer waist and extend over the upper thighs. A separate fur piece is placed at the center of the back beneath the horizontal cord, keeping each section clearly defined. The large white tail begins behind the waist and curves outward into a broad loop. Fine raised lines follow its length through each change in direction. The hand behind the body touches the upper curve, with the fingers resting against its surface. The tail then passes between the legs, crosses diagonally over the thigh, and curves around the raised leg before continuing downward beside it. One leg extends down from the hip, while the other lifts behind the body and bends at the knee. The different angles create space between the legs for the tail to pass through. White fur leg covers wrap around both lower legs, with long raised lines descending toward the ankles. White sandals finish the outfit. Narrow straps cross diagonally over the feet. Wider straps pass over the toes, and short heels create a clear change beneath each foot. This figure is approximately 25 centimeters tall. That's about 9.8 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Haruna Sairenji by Banpresto stands out because this figure combines a gentle expression, a cat-themed outfit made from white fur sections, a large tail, and a pose built around several cat-like gestures. The face leaves a soft first impression. The large pink eyes contain white heart shapes, small highlights, and fine lines toward the lower areas, while the small open mouth and short pink lines across the cheeks keep the expression gentle rather than dramatic. The dark blue bob strengthens that presentation by framing the face in several clearly divided sections. Longer strands overlap the cheeks, while shorter sections curve inward around the back of the neck. The three narrow strands across the center of the forehead add a vertical division, and the two red hair clips create a small color accent against the blue surface. Above them, the blue cat ears and their white inner fur establish the main cat-themed element around the head. The upper body works well because the separate costume parts, hand gestures, and torso angles support each other closely. The white fur collar, chest cups, and upper arm bands remain readable as individual pieces, while the thin cords connect the different areas of the outfit. The cords crossing the chest stay slightly separated from the skin, leaving visible space between the front and rear layers and adding depth around the torso. The hand in front forms the shape of a cat paw, while the hand behind the body touches the large tail. The lower body continues the white fur and cord arrangement around the waist. Separate fur sections appear at the front, outer areas, and back, while the narrow cords divide the exposed areas around the hips. The tail forms a broad loop behind the body, passes between the legs, and wraps diagonally around the thigh before continuing beside the raised leg. One leg extends downward, while the other bends behind the body, and the white fur leg covers and strapped sandals continue the outfit down to the feet. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the tilted face to the cat paw gesture, through the floating chest cords and waist, and then down along the tail, wrapped around the legs without feeling stuck. Because of that, fans of To Love Ru Darkness or Haruna Sairenji will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like cat-themed outfit arrangements, gentle expressions, and playful poses with a wide flowing silhouette should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.